You're listening to the Rip Jersey Podcast with James D. Jackson.
Hello and welcome again to the Rip Jersey Podcast. I'm your host, James D. Jackson. And man, we are at it again. I think this is the 5th episode and show, however you want to call it, of this week. But it's just that time of the year. It's that time of the year. The best time of the year is postseason baseball. Let's get right into it.
Here's the first story of the day.
The first story of the day is an opinion from me of the day. I think this is going to be the greatest postseason we've ever witnessed in quite some time in baseball. And there's a lot of reasons why. We can go into it. Now, the first is we have 4 100-win teams heading into the postseason. The Dodgers, the Astros, the Braves, the Mets, and the Yankees also, they won 99 games, so you can classify them. So we'll say 5 for now. But just of all the stars that are on those teams, this, I think, is going to be one of those crazy, crazy postseasons. We have Mookie Betts from the Dodgers, Jose Altuve from the Astros, Aaron Judge from the Yankees, Matt Olson from the Braves, Pete Alonso from the Mets. So you just talk about the star power that you have and how good the MLB has a chance of marketing these postseason games with all of these new teams. And let's not forget, we have a new playoff format, which got rid of the one-game wild card, which I think a majority of baseball fans hated the one-game wild card. You play 162 games, and it comes down to one game in the postseason. It just didn't seem right. Now, so it goes to, from that one game, there's a 3-game wild card, and there are now 2 more teams added to the postseason. So it'll be 3, 5, 7, 7 for the playoff format. So these first 3. So there's just so many changes already happening that I think it's going to be one of those deals. And let's not forget, we not only have many of these 100-win teams, which I don't think is too common. We now have a bunch of teams that are coming off long playoff droughts. Seattle Mariners, as we talked about before, they're coming off their 2001, which is the longest postseason drought in any sport in North America, not just baseball. They're coming off from 2001. The Philadelphia Phillies are making their postseason after their 2011 drought. They had the second longest. But you can also put in the San Diego Padres, however you wish to look at it. They had a 2006 was the last time they're in with a full schedule and a full 162-game season. Obviously, they got in 2020, but it was a shortened season, so things are different. You can, you get in quicker because you get in easier because you only got to be hot for so long. You have to be hot for a long time during this season. But that's just so many things that are going on. I want to read off some of the stats from some of these top players to give you a rundown of why this is going to be one of those great things that you want to see.
Here's By the Numbers.
By the numbers, we start with the Dodgers' Mookie Betts, who's batting .296, has 35 home runs and 82 RBI this season. Mookie Betts obviously is one of those guys that we always have to follow because he's just all around great in everything that he does, and he's having another good season here. Let's go next to the Astros' Jose Altuve. He was a big part of that scandal back in the day with the Houston Astros. They're trying to get past that. The Astros are trying to make everyone forget about the scandal that they had of cheating, basically, hitting trash cans to let their batters know what pitches were coming by using cameras in their outfield. But they want to get past all that, so I won't speak on it too much more. But Jose Altuve is batting .300 this year with 28 home runs and 57 RBI. Another great year from Jose Altuve. He's doing it for the little guys. He's not too tall, and I appreciate that as another member of the little guy gang of being 5'6" inches tall. The next we have Aaron Judge from the New York Yankees. We all know why he's on this list. He has 62 home runs this season, which is the most in the American League. And however you want to look at it, one of the greatest seasons, offensive seasons of all time in Major League Baseball. He's batted .300 this season, has 57. Oh, he's batted .311. Excuse me, I'm reading the wrong stat. He's batted .311 this season with 62 home runs and 131 RBI. Just an incredible offensive season. Those numbers are just outstanding. You listen to it again, that's crazy. how well he's done. Let's go to the Braves. Matt Olson, who has batted .240 this year with 34 home runs and 103 RBI. One of those guys has got it done for the Braves and helped them dramatically through their turnaround in the middle of the season. Man, they did it again. They're the defending champs after a great turnaround in the season prior, and now they're trying to do it again. And Matt Olson helped them come back from that 10.5 game deficit they had under the New York Mets just a while ago. And speaking of the Mets, Pete Alonso is their leading guy at .271 batting average, 40 home runs, and 131 RBI. I don't think he got a lot of recognition for that season. 40 home runs is incredible out there. So it's just a great all-around season for those guys, and it'll be a great postseason with all of these players in the postseason with so many games. You can tune in whenever to wherever station you're going. And this is not an ad, I guess I shouldn't say all that, but you can tune in wherever you want to watch those games. I think it's going to be very exciting. Let's get into the next story.
Here's the second story of the day.
The second story of the day is a question of the day from me. If the Dodgers win the World Series, would you consider them to be a dynasty? Now let's first talk about this. They have 111 wins this season, which is the most in the MLB. They've won 104 games over 4 seasons since 2017, and they have one title in that span. Now, for me in basketball, the way I've always looked at it, a dynasty is at least 3 championships in a 5 to 6 year span, which is what I consider a dynasty. In football, I think it's a little less than that because it's so hard to win back-to-back championships in football that I don't regard it as such. Now, in baseball, it's a little different because in baseball, you rarely see teams win back-to-back seasons. Obviously, the Yankees, were the last ones to do it, and that was before 2001. So it's been over 20 years since that's happened. So I want you to write in the comment section, what do you think? What are your thoughts on that? And we can dive deeper into that later on, especially if the Dodgers make a really good push in this postseason. But let's get to the next thing.
Here's the third story of the day.
Third story of the day is the new segment I have put in is the 3 things I think you need to know. And let's get right into that.
Number 3.
Number 3 is no team has repeated as World Series champs since the Yankees won 3 in a row from 1998 to 2000. The Braves are the next team to try to do that as they won the championship last year. What do you think about the star power that the Braves have? I mean, they lost Freddie Freeman in the offseason, and they actually brought some pieces in to get younger, and they're still on track to do what they had just did last year. And we spoke about how they stole the NL East from the Mets with that 3-game sweep late in the season. That's one of those incredible things, and it shows that they are once again one of the teams that you have to look out for heading into this postseason. I don't think they're the favorites just yet. You can't consider them the favorites with the Dodgers playing as well as they are. But man, all you got to do is get hot for another month or so to win the World Series, and I think the Braves are headed in that direction.
Number 2.
Number 2 is the Mets. Jeff McNeil captured the NL batting title, beating Dodgers Freddie Freeman by 1 point. He has a .326 batting average. He's won the batting title, something he's always wanted to do. He said it's a dream come true for him because he wasn't one of those guys that was going to win a home run title or a triple crown or anything like that. But to win the batting title is a great accomplishment from him, and let's just congratulate him on that great achievement.
Number 1.
Number 1 is the Mariners' Luis Torrens, and I'm hoping I'm saying that right, became the first position player to record a win in franchise history. He's a catcher for the Mariners, and he got on the mound, came in to close for them in their final game of the season. Obviously, you don't want to waste any of your pitching going into the postseason, so he came on the mound and came in to close, and he got his 3 outs that he needed, and now he has a win, and he's the first position player from that franchise. That franchise, the Mariners are just having one of those great years that they were always going to remember because they're breaking so many records, man. There's another one goes down for them. But that is all we have today with the Rip Jersey Podcast. I'm James D. Jackson. Thanks again for sticking around with us. We really appreciate it. Have a good one. Thanks for watching this video. If you made it this far, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, I have a podcast called Rip Jersey. Follow that, add it to your playlist. Listen to it wherever you can. Thanks for watching the game.